Hello! Today I'll be talking about Flareon, the fire evolution of Eevee who evolves when exposed to a Firestone. Flareon's previous PYC dates are July 11th, 1996, May 2nd, 1999, February 20th, 2002, December 11th, 2004, October 2nd, 2007, July 23rd, 2010, May 13th, 2013, March 3rd, 2016, December 23rd, 2018, and October 13th, 2021. I most remember Flareon from the episode I mentioned 2 days ago. Coincidentally, this is the episode we'll be watching today. I really like Flareon's design. It looks fluffy. Anyway, let's read the Bulbapedia article.
Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Flareon, the flame Pokemon, whose number is 0-136. This is what it looks like. Its type is fire, ability is flash fire, guts is its hidden ability. Gender ratio is 87.5% male and 12.5% female. Catch rate is 45 or 11.9%. Breeding is a group field and hatch time 35 cycles. Height is 2'11" and 0.9 meters. Weight is 55.1 pounds or 25 kilograms. Base experience yield is 198 in the first 4 gens and 184 in 5+. Leveling grade is medium fast. EV yield is 2 and attack shape is that. Footprint is that. Pokedex color is red, and base friendship is 70. Flareon is a fire-type Pokemon introduced in Gen 1. It evolves from Eevee when exposed to a Firestone. It is one of Eevee's final forms, the others being Vaporeon, Jolteon, Espeon, Umbreon, Leafeon, Glaceon, and Sylveon. Biology: Flareon is a mammalian quadrupedal Pokemon covered in short reddish-orange fur. It has long ears with black interiors, dark eyes, and a small black nose. There are 3 small toes and a yellow paw pad on each foot. Fluffy yellow fur forms a small tuft on its head, as well as its bushy tail and a mane around its chest and neck. Flareon's body temperature is caused by its internal flame sac and rises when it is excited. If its body gets too hot, it will fluff out the fur on its collar to cool down. Flareon stores and heats inhaled air in its flame sac and then exhales it as fire with temperatures of around 3,100 degrees Fahrenheit or 1,700 degrees Celsius. Flareon's average body temperature is around 1,300 to 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit, 700 to 800 degrees Celsius, but it can reach 1,700 degrees Fahrenheit or 900 degrees Celsius. It is an omnivore that roasts either berries or prey before consumption. Flareon has a curious personality and is mostly found in populated areas, rarely seen in the wilderness. As mentioned in Pokemon Sleep, it is believed that Flareon is regulating its body temperature while sleeping. Due to its fur releasing heat to help it cool down, Flareon is able to sleep comfortably. Evolution: Flareon evolves from Eevee. So you've got Eevee, Flareon. Game data, Pokedex entries. In Gen 1, in red and blue, when storing thermal energy in its body, its temperature could soar to over 1,600 degrees. Yellow, it has a flame chamber inside its body. It inhales, then blows out fire that is over 3,000 Fahrenheit degrees. Stadium, its fiery breath reaches close to 3,000 degrees. Its body temperature exceeds 1,650 degrees when storing fire inside. Gen 2, in gold, it stores some of the air and it inhales in its internal flame pouch, which heats to over 3,000 degrees. Silver, it fluffs out its fur collar to cool down its body temperature, which can reach 1,650 degrees. Crystal, once it has stored up enough heat, this Pokemon's body temperature can reach up to 1,700 degrees. For Stadium 2, if you have Pokemon Red, Silver, or Crystal inserted, you get the gold entry, but if you have Pokemon Blue, Gold, or Yellow inserted, you get the silver entry. In Gen 3, Ruby and Sapphire, Flareon's fluffy fur has a functional purpose. It releases heat into the air so that its body does not get excessively hot. This Pokemon's body temperature can rise to a maximum of 1,650 degrees Fahrenheit. Emerald, Flareon's fluffy fur releases heat into the air so that its body does not get excessively hot. Its body temperature can rise to a maximum of 1,650 degrees Fahrenheit. Fire Red, it has a flame bag inside its body. After inhaling deeply, it blows out flames of nearly 3,100 degrees Fahrenheit. Leaf Greens is basically red and blues, but now it has Fahrenheit at the end. In Gen 4, Diamond and Pearl, it has a flame sac in its body. Its body temperature tops 1,650 degrees Fahrenheit before battle. Platinum, inhaled air is heated in the flame sac in its body to an intense fire over 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are the same as their Gold and Silver entry, but they have Fahrenheit at the end. In Gen 5, Black and White is Platinum's entry, Black 2 and White 2. Inhaled air is carried to its flame sac heated and exhaled as fire that reaches over 3,000 degrees Faith. In Gen 6, X is Diamond and Pearl's entry. Y's is basically Fire Red's, but 3,100 has been changed to 3,000. For some reason. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphires is the same as Ruby and Sapphires, but Fahrenheit replaces the F. In Gen 7, Sun, when it catches prey or finds berries, it breathes fire on them until they are well done, and then it gobbles them up. Moon, Its average body temperature is between 1,300 and 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit. In its internal flame sac, its temperatures reach 3,000 degrees. Ultra Sun, if it inhales deeply, that's a sign it's about to attack. Prepare to be hit by flames of over 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Ultra Moon, the flame chamber inside its body ignites when Flareon gets agitated, reaching temperatures of up to 1,650 degrees Fahrenheit. The Let's Go games are basically yellows, but this whole thing messes now degrees Fahrenheit and all that. In Gen 8, Swords is crystals, but Pokemon is the correct casing, and Fahrenheit replaces whatever that was. Swords is Heart Gold's entry. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl or Diamond and Pearl's entry. Legends Arceus. Flames burn with a sac-like organ inside this Pokemon. When Flareon inhales, these flames grow in intensity, reaching a mighty 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Scarlet is Black 2 and White 2's, but F has been replaced by Fahrenheit. Violet is Soul Silver's entry. So we got Flareon, the Alola Pokedex, and Sun and Moon. Flareon in the Alola Pokedex, and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Flareon in the Paldea Pokedex. It looks like it's running on flames, but it's just grass, I think. Yeah, it's fun. Game locations. Side game locations. And events. Held items. Pokemon caught in Gen 1 must be traded to a Gen 2 game in order for a held item to appear. In red, blue, and yellow, you get a Bitterberry 100% of the time. In Legends Arceus, for normal, you get a Raspberry 30% of the time, Vivichoke 15% of the time, and grid items by level. Alpha EXP Candy M 100% of the time, Seed of Mastery 20% of the time, and grid items by level. Still don't know how the math works. Stats. Base stats. HP 65, Attack 130, Defense 60, Special Attack 95, Special Defense 110, Speed 65 for a total of 525. This Pokemon special base stat in Gen 1 was 110. Pokéthon stats. Type effectiveness. Damage normally by normal fighting, flying, poison, ghost, electric, psychic, dragon, and dark. Weak to ground, rock, and water for double. Immune to nothing, resistant to bug, steel, fire, grass, ice, and fairy, all for half. Notes that this Pokemon has Flash Fire, the effectiveness of Fire-type moves is 0, so it'd be 0 instead of half. In Gen 1, the effectiveness of Ice-type moves is 1, so it went from 1 to half. Learn Step by leveling up, since you can hypothetically have a level 1 Flareon, we'll read all the moves. 1, you get Covet, Swift, Copycat, Baton Pass, Takedown, Charm, Double Edge, Helping Hand, Tackle, Growl, and Tail Whip. Upon evolution, you get Ember. 5, Sand Attack, 10, Quick Attack, 15, Baby Doll Eyes, 20, Smog, 25, Bite, 30, Fire Fang, 35, Fire Spin, 40, Lava Plume, 45, Scary Face, 50, Flare Blitz, 55, Last Resort. By TM, 1, Takedown, 2, Charm, 3, Fake Tears, 5, Mud Slap, 6, Scary Face, 7, Protect, 8, Fire Fang, 20, Trailblaze, 24, Fire Spin, 25, Facade, 32, Swift, 38, Flame Charge, version 2.0.1 onward, 41 Stored Power, 47 Endure, 49 Sunny Day, 15 Rain Dance, 55 Dig, 66 Body Slam, 70 Sleep Talk, 85 Rest, 103 Substitute, 107 Will-O-Wisp, 114 Shadow Ball, 117 Hyper Voice, 118 Heat Wave, 125 Flame Thrower, 129 Calm Mind, 130 Helping Hand, 132 Baton Pass, 141 Fire Blast, 152 Giga Impact, 157 Overheat, 163 Hyper Beam, 165 Flare Blitz, 171 Terra Blast, 172 Roar, 193 Wither Ball, 195 Burning Jealousy, 204 Double Edge, 205 Endeavor, 207 Temper Flare, 215 Scorching Sands, 224 Curse, and 227 Alluring Voice. Skipping by breeding, nothing by prior evolution. Special moves from this event, Curse and Double Kick. TCG only moves, you get Fire Dance and Fury Swipes from these cards. Side game data, you got all this. Yep. Pokemon Ranger in the browser entry. Flareon is a key to the Fiori Temple's mystery. It attacks with its fiery breath. Shadows of Olmia. It attacks by spitting fireballs and breathing streams of fire. Guardian Signs. It sends out pillars of fire to attack. You got all this. Pokepark Wii, Pikachu's Adventure in the Pokepark Pad entry. Flareon plays in the Lava Zone. The attraction he specializes in is Rhyperior's Bumper Burn. In Pokepark 2 Wonders Beyond, he likes to run, but he also likes to think of a course to run. He wants everyone to run the race course he created. Aw, got all this. Yep. Okay. New Pokemon Snap in the Photodex entry. Flareon is extremely curious and shows interest in a wide variety of things. Its body temperature rises when it gets excited, but it stays cool by releasing heat from its fluffy fur. Pokemon Sleep, you got all this. It sleeps contently wrapped in its fluffy fur, which releases heat into the air to cool down Flareon's body. Perhaps Flareon is regulating its body temperature even while sleeping. We got tail swinging sleep, tucked sleep, tail wrapping sleep, and a top belly sleep. Aww. Costumes in Pokemon Go, Flower Crown, Holiday Hat, Cherry Blossom, and Explorer Hat. It's cool. See, it's kind of on the side there. It's kind of hard to see with it's kind of the same color. That's interesting. Evolution data, Eevee, Firestone, Flareon. Sprites, so this first generation, that's interesting. I mean, it's got pretty much the basics, the front thing and all that. Looks, yeah, I don't know, it's very interesting. Yep, and it slowly becomes a little bit more like the one we have now. The ears are very big. They're very fiery. There's a very much more ambiguous on whether or not the stuff is fiery like Ponyta's, but it slowly becomes more obvious that it's not. Like, see, like, it kind of, I don't know, it waves it around like it is a fire, but it's not really. But anyway, Gen 2, it's kind of red for some reason. Oh, it's got the orange, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this is red, and this is now orange, which is interesting, which is kind of closer to what we have now. But yeah, its eyes are bigger in silvers, which is interesting. It's different eyes. Its eyes are much smaller. It's probably true of the others, and I wasn't paying attention. Yep. This is, again, just kind of the off-white color, but now it's yellow at this point. There's a brown and yellow. That's interesting. Yep. Got the different orange here. Might be even a different brown. Yep. Gen 4, the darker orange and the brown. This is sort of tan and brown, I guess. This is also brown. Yeah, okay. Kind of maybe a darker brown than I think these guys were. We get Gen 5. Slightly different orange, I think. I got that, I don't think. And then the full back sprite, that's pretty cool. Gen 6 introduces sort of the modern colors back to this kind of orange and this kind of yellowy, almost, yeah, I don't know. This is an orange, a different orange, kind of like the orange here, maybe? Or, I don't know, it's probably one of the previous oranges. But, and then we got, that's just CSI, and these guys, okay. Let's Go games, of course, better models, I think. Oh, it has interpretation, it's pretty good. I mean, obviously, this is a very tall tail, it's a very long tail, that's very interesting. And, yeah, kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know, that interpretation's a little bit better, you can see a lot more of the details. Yep, it's probably, yeah. You can see a lot more of the details on the tail in this version. It's a darker orange again. Homes, kind of back to that lighter orange, more of a gold, I guess, now. That's interesting. In the anime, Flareon in Pokemon the series. You got all this. Yep. Okay. Pokedex entries, once again, we don't have the EV one that features this Pokemon. But Advanced Generations, episode 177, in the Maze Pokedex. Flareon, the flame Pokemon. Flareon is the evolved form of Eevee. The air it inhales is ignited by a flame inside its body and expelled as fire. In Diamond and Pearl, episode 174 in Dawn's Pokedex. Flareon, the flame Pokemon, and an evolved form of Eevee. It stores some of the air it breathes in its internal flame sac, which heats its body to over 3,000 degrees. In Black and White, episode 102 in Ash's Pokedex. Flareon, the flame Pokemon. Flareon's internal flame ignites its breath, which is exhaled as fire. From What I Assume Is Journeys, episode 98, in Go's Rotom Phone. Flareon, the flame Pokemon, a fire type. Flareon stores some of the air it breathes in an internal flame pouch, where it heats the air to 3,000 degrees. Pokemon Evolutions, Flareon in Pokemon Evolutions. In the manga, Flareon the Electric Tail Pikachu, looking somewhat stylized, but much closer to the one cartoony one we have compared to Jolteon and Vaporeon. Pokedex entries in the Electric Tail Pikachu, Chapter 6. Evolved with the Firestone. Its body contains flame glands. Got all this. Yep. Flareon and Pokemon Adventures. Yep. The TCG. Other appearances. For the Pokemon Detective Pikachu, we'll look at that one later. Trivia. We've already done this first point, probably in the Charmeleon video. Flareon is the only evolution with a type advantage against more than one other evolution. In Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Flareon is the only evolution that is not able to swim, so it stands on a platform when sent out in a battle above water. Furthermore, prior to the version 2.0.1 update, Flareon was unable to learn Flame Charge via TM. Concept and development, Flareon was designed by Motofumi Fujiwara. Origin, Flareon's overall design has traits from multiple different mammal species. Its long ears, orange coloration, and fluffy tail may derive from foxes such as the red fox, while its body shape and fluffy mane may be based on lions or certain cat breeds such as the Norwegian forest cat and Maine Coon. It may also be inspired by certain rabbit breeds such as the lionhead. Name origin. Flareon may be a combination of flare and eon, an immeasurably long period of time, possibly referring to how long evolution takes naturally. Eon is a suffix all Eevee evolution share and was Eevee's English prototype name. Booster is literally booster, possibly referring to the booster rocket. In other languages, related articles, references, external links to the evolutions. Let's move on.
Now let's watch Flareon's first scene in the anime.
Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 40, The Battling Eevee Brothers. In this episode, Ash Ketchum, the main character, whose hand that is, and his traveling companions, Brock and Misty, as well as his faithful Pokemon Pikachu, have found an abandoned Eevee, and they're going to return it, but in the meantime, Ash is looking through his decks.
A Firestone
So there's-
will yield
yeah.
Flareon, the Flame Pokemon. A Waterstone.
And that's where we started Vaporeon, so we'll stop there.
Now let's watch Flareon's scene in Detective Pikachu.
Hello and welcome to the Detective Pikachu portion of the video, or as I like to call it, Detective Flareon, as it's only the frames with Flareon to the best of my ability. And that's especially true today, as it's in the middle of an evolution. So I think we may have seen bits of the Flareon in the Eevee video, but it's so kind of hard to tell because it was in the middle of evolution. So what I've done is, so actually, context first. Tim Goodman, the main character, has come to Rhyme City after finding out that his father died in a car crash. He's met Detective Pikachu, a talking Pikachu, and they've been summoned to Howard Clifford, the founder of Rhyme City, who has evolved his Eevee into a Flareon. And Detective Pikachu has stated, like, oh, it's a Flareon, like he knows what Eevee's gonna evolve into. So that's kind of where I've cut it into it. Yes.
Imagine
Flareon.
being able to evolve into the best possible version of yourself.
That's Tim. That's Detective Pikachu.
That greatness inside.
Yep. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Let's move on.
Now let's see why people love Flareon. Now let's look at fan art.
Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you not familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Flareon. So we got Flareon by Orca Owl. Looks like it's from 2017 here, so this is cool artwork. We've seen a few of the other Eevee and Eeveelution artwork. I'm probably going to see more as we do the others later. But yeah, this is very nice. We've got Flareon by Ducasia. Lucaria in 2009, so I got this nice art here, very stylized, very, I don't know, almost Disney-like. They've got Flareon by Vermeil Bird. It's from September 26, 2014. See down here. It's cool. Flareon, this is another one where we've seen a few of their other evolutions and stuff. This is also kind of fun. It's being it's a little sassy. And we've got Flareon by Vanilla Coon. So this cool stylized Flareon here. It's a very fun image. Looks like it's in different pieces. That's interesting. Then we got Flareon by Moxie 2D. So this cool, very stylized Flareon here. You can see its tail is like fire. It's very cool. Then we got Eeveelutions by Piku. Well, we've done this one over the last 3 days, but we can do it again. So I got Eevee, Vaporeon, Flareon, Jolteon, Espeon, Umbreon, Leafeon, Glaceon, and Sylveon. I like the background, and I like how they're pretty much in order of how they were revealed, or like when they were introduced, I guess. Then we got Dreaming Together by Cory Orredondo. We've got the Flareon here. Looks like it's awake while the other ones are not. And it's got a blanket. Don't know why it's awake. But the rest are Vaporeon in this underwater blanket. Jolteon in a lightning storm blanket. Umbreon in the nighttime blanket. Eevee in the colors, I guess, blanket. I think it's just stripes that have Eevee's coloration. Espeon with the sort of shapes here. I think they're supposed to be like psychic shapes and stuff. Then we've got Glaceon and those, icicles and ice crystals blanket. We got Leafeon on the leaf and plant and flower blanket. Then we got Sylveon in the like butterfly and cutesy blanket. It's wrapping its ribbons around the whole bed. That's very sweet. Then we got Flareon by Vermeil Bird, another one. One looks to be from maybe 2016, kind of hard to tell. But yeah, this very sassy looking one. It looks like it's got Pocky or some other similar treat. Yeah, being very sassy. You can see the little paw pads. Then we got Flareon by Nevadoodle. I think there's been a few evolutions and Eevee and stuff for Nevadoodle. Kind of fun to see their version of Flareon. Kind of stylized a little bit. Then we got Pokemon Flareon by All 0412. So seems to be like jumping or getting out of like magma maybe. I don't know what's happening here, but it's a fun image. Then we got Flareon by Mewitty. So this interesting kind of stylized Flareon. It's very interesting colors and a very large tail. Then we've got Evolution by EV0. I think we did this one in the Eevee video. I don't think we've done it the other 2 days, so we could do this one again. Eevee, Flareon, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Espeon, Umbreon, Leafeon, Glaceon, and Sylveon. Yes, so very fun, slightly stylized here. All in the same pose. Then we got Flareons by Nevadoodle, so I think we had like a Jolteon or Vaporeons by them, so that's fun to see their version of that, but with Flareon here. So this one's kind of confused, kind of looking over, and then this one's sleeping. That's sweet. Then we got Eevee's Rainbow by Tamburella, of course. We've done this over the past 3 days, so we might as well do it in this one. So it's more realistic, kind of, with the fur and stuff. I got Eevee, and then we've got Leafeon, and then Flareon here. You can see all the fire, that's kind of fun. Espeon, Umbreon, Sylveon, Vaporeon, Glaceon, and Jolteon here. So that's kind of fun to see all of them running across this like water here. Flareon, the fluffiest of them all, by Bokurai. So you can see it's playing in the sand here. That's kind of fun. Kind of the night or maybe dusk, I guess, time. That's kind of fun. Then we got Flareon by Foxlit. I guess it's from 2016. It's kind of cool. Flareon stylized and having this weird 3D, I guess, effect. I don't know if it would actually work with the old style 3D glasses, but if it does, that's pretty cool. Then we've got Evolutions by Toaster Kiwi. Another one. We've definitely done it in the Eevee. I don't know if we did it in the other ones, but we got Flareon down here, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Glaceon, Leafeon, Umbreon, Espeon, and Sylveon. The Eevee, of course, in the center. And it's a very nice, very cute image here. Very kind of chibi looking, yeah. Then we got Flareon by Alice XZ. Seems to be from February 4th, 2011. It's cool. I don't know, like brush work art. I don't know. It's very cool, though. It's very stylized. Then we got Flareon by Kitsuki. I think we had another one of the Evolutions by them earlier. Or maybe just Eevee itself. So it's cool stylized Flareon here. It's fun. And we got Flareon by Suzante. So very much stylized. You know, very much kind of lion elements, or like puma, or like big other kind of big cats like that. And I don't know what's going on with the face. I guess it's supposed to be a little bit more realistic. Then we got the Complete Evolution by Francis John. So all of them. So got Sylveon, Leafeon, Glaceon, Espeon, Umbreon, Jolteon, Eevee, Vaporeon, and Flareon here. Yeah, it's in like reverse order of when they were introduced, I guess. It's cool kind of design, making them much slimmer than they are. Yeah, more like dogs, I'd say. That's interesting. This one, although this one is still kind of like a fox. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, some of them. This one also kind of maybe is a vaguely fox-like. Yes, that's interesting. Then we've got Evolutions by Sav Kate. I guess it's from 2019. So we got Flareon, Vulpus Ignis. I guess they all have scientific names here. So Vulpus Glacius, Vulpus Obscurus for Glaceon and Umbreon. Leafeon is Vulpus Folus. Vaporeon is Vulpus Vapor. Jolteon is Vulpus Fulmen. Sylveon is Vulpus Magicae. Espeon is Vulpus Mentis. And Eevee is Vulpus Octoprimus. So yeah, these cool looking images as well. Very kind of also a little bit dog-like. That's interesting. Flareon by Star Droid Gene. Nice, simple Flareon image. It's very good. Then we got Warm Fluff by Canine Prince. This nice Flareon and Eevee image. It's very sweet. Very nice. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed. Let's move on.
Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I'll be streaming tonight at 5 p.m. CMT, Central Mountain Time, but I won't be evolving Eevee into Flareon as I need to wait until I've talked about Snorlax to do that. Instead, I'll be catching a Sandshrew and trying to evolve it into Sandslash. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Porygon. As always, this is my proper outfit and you'll see me tomorrow.